I messed up my state dive competition and had all my scholarships pulled out,
So,
and then like life changed.
In that moment, and I think a lot of people could relate to something in your life doesn't go to plan, or there's a sudden crossroads.
Yeah.
And I'd love to just dive in a bit deeper. Like, what were you feeling? Was that like a really, really tough time for you?
Yeah.
Did you bounce back immediately? If not, like, what was your process to figure out a new plan?
Yeah, it's I feel like that was like devastating to me, because that was my entire identity, was like being a diver. And I thought I was going to go to college for diving, and I had this like innate desire to pursue excellence at something that I'm doing, and I thought that was going to be it. But it turned out to be a blessing in disguise that wasn't. But yeah, I was really distraught. But I think that it's the same thing with YouTube, and people sort of ask, like, I've posted some pretty vulnerable videos of myself, like, a little over a year ago, in a really dark spot, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And the number one question is not like, how do you get to 1 million subscribers? It's like, how do you go from 0 to 10? You know what I mean? Like, it's like the Newton's law says that an object at rest tends to stay at rest, right? And it's like, the hardest part is getting the object to move. Like, how do you even get the ball rolling? Like, how do you get out of that spot?
I've even heard, like, there's something around, like, you can't steer a static vehicle.
Yeah,
So just get some kind of movement.
Correct.
Even if you're not 100% sure, if you have some motion, it's easier to steer once you figure out your path.
Yeah, totally, man. And I think, like, it's like my saying for this year is one bite at a time. Like they say, how do you eat an elephant? It's one bite at a time.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to achieve something great, or like push your life in a different direction, it's like one little movement at a time, and eventually those movements start to compound. So I think my biggest thing for people, word of advice, is just like, find the smallest possible step towards your goal. For me, I started going on walks. I started taking care of myself physically, and just clearing my mind and giving myself space. That doesn't have anything to do with making videos, but it was like the smallest step to make me feel like I did something with my day, and that ends up compounding into this 0 to 1 million subscriber goal and actually achieving it. So I guess I would just encourage people to take a small step forward towards what it is that they want to do, even if it's like really, really, really small.
And what if people are struggling to know to find their vision or passion? Because I know a lot of people, and I'm like, what are you passionate about? And they're like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Do you think you've always just easily connected in with what you're excited and passionate about?
No, dude, I don't think so, man. I'm just like, I think that I'm really okay with failing, and I'm really okay with like not knowing, but I'm not okay with not trying to know. So I'm like always searching and trying things, like, does that fit? Does that fit? Does that fit? And in my experience, the only way that I've ever found something I'm passionate about is by trial and error. And trying 100 different things.
I tell people that, trial and error.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like, I don't think that, maybe there's some people out there, but I don't think your passion is like, an easy thing to find, or else everyone would be doing it, right?